So, someone came onto the MonsterHunter subreddit recently that only has access to one hand. And that got me thinking which weapons are viable using only the one hand, and how we could get access, and I've got both hands here, how we can get access to this R button that would let us run around. And what I did, you can kind of see it here, I've got just a plate with a 5-pound weight on it, and really I just need anything that's heavy, and the plate is just so that it has this really low brim, because if I just put the weight down there, it's too thick and too high. I need something really, really low and really thin like this. And what it lets me do is just, I can walk around normally, and then if you push that up against the plate, and it takes a little bit of finagling to get it right, you can run around. And this is all with one hand. I've got my other hand free here, and I'm running around. And you let go of the push, and this gets access to a lot of things. You can barely see the movement, but you gotta trust me, I'm really using my thumb here to just push the bottom of that, and I sort of brace it a little bit with those other two fingers. And you tend to use this finger to, point at things. You can use it for the D-pad, that sort of thing. And you tend to run around when you're not. You use this for your attacking, and then you use this for your running around. And you can kind of do it with just your two fingers, right there. And you got to be careful. I've noticed it can get too close, and you got to kind of adjust the no slip thing that you've got. You can give yourself a little bit more, a little bit less, or pull it away some, just to kind of adjust how easily you can push up against that. And that tends to affect a lot, because I will accidentally go into recital mode. And I'm going to start with a hunting horn. And I'm going to do a mission. This is just the training mission, just to, give us something that I can use. So here we are in the mission, and you can see I can kind of walk around and I can run around. And it's quite difficult using just your pinky to do this. I mean, that's quite the skill. I imagine they're a lot stronger in that pinky from having done this for so long. What I might recommend, because my finger tends to slip a lot when I'm pushing up against that, and that causes a lot more fatigue than it needs to. I've seen some hunters that use that little C stick on the new 3DS that use a piece of non-slip like grip tape. And I went to the store and tried to find something, and all I've got is duct tape and some other stuff, and it doesn't work as well. But you could I could get some of that grip tape and put it on your pinky, and that would help a lot with the grip there. So here you can see we can kind of just run around, we can walk around. What it really gets us access to, I could sit here and play, and then I can go right into recital mode without having to really do anything. I mean, I haven't added any new skills, anything. I have set my start button to be my kick, and what that lets me do is do this poke. You can do the poke, and then when you lead in, it goes straight to your next swing. And so that just gives you access to that poke, which is really great for finishing off certain high-level notes. Like when you do purple, blue, blue, purple, you can do that last purple note with a poke. And if you go from poke to transition, so if you go, let's get a white note, and then if you go into your poke, and then go straight into a recital, it's much better. I'm going to get some sound, and we're going to give this a go. You'll notice I move pretty fast. You can use this, I mean, I never put my weapon away when I'm using a hunting horn, because that movement speed you have is insane. I just kind of walk around. It's nice to be able to dodge things that way. And a lot of people are going to tell me I should... Oh. And I am a combat bard, so I'm going to use my recitals as damage. And I'm going to try and mount this thing, because that's something that you can't do without that R button. There we go. Now you got to hold on with the R, and you can just hold the whole time, and then stab. You don't have to actually not hold when you're not stabbing. You just have to hold. There we go. So this allows you to mount. And there's a shiny. Let's go around and get that head. Yeah. This is your bread and butter combo, more or less. Just kind of swing back and forth nice and lazily. And it's better to use the... I'm really bad at not pushing when I mean to be pushing something else. And that's just going to take skill. There's the move we want to use. Oh. I find I tend to move the DS forward because I want the hit to hit harder, and in my head that's what it does, and that's not how it works. So I tend to enter recital mode a lot when I don't mean to. And I'm not using any of my slams here. Oh. It's a bit harder to do in my opinion. You have to kind of get both hands in there. And there I am again. Yeah. Now, it's harder to get that. See, I keep going into recital mode because I accidentally push things. Oh, and I need my self buff. Normally you'd have the nitro skill, things would last a lot longer. I gotta just move my thumb. There we go. Okay, so here's the Charge Axe. I guess Charge Blade here in the States, whatever. This is the weapon I've switched to since Monster Hunter 4 because it's highly technical. And it would seem like you need that R button to do most of your things. I mean, you know, just right off the bat, you need to be able to block. And if you can't block, how do you play this? So I wanted to kind of prove this is viable. So the way it's viable is if you use your kick. And I've got my kick on my start button, you can't see that, but I've also got the special attack right here. That does your transformation. And you can just keep cycling through that transformation. I find I need that tactile click, so that's why I put it on the start button, and it's just much faster. That can initiate a guard point. So we can build up our charge, do all our normal stuff, and then use your guard point. You can use it to cancel one of your unloads. So if I transfer into it, start my burst, it loads the sword back in. So let's put this away and we can go run out to the mob. I'm just going to adjust my grip here. Yeah, you're scary. I'm going to build up some charge, and then you can load it by just holding the R and X, or R and A. Now I want to unload it, and I want to load that into the shield. So I'm going to hit both these, load that in, and I've now got my shield charged up. And I'm so used to just timing the 2 button pushes that this is actually kind of difficult for me. Yeah, come on, bring it on. Yeah! Oh, that was late. Load it in there, and then I can transform. Too late. We're just going to do a full unload. You can wind that back, but load that into my shield. Oh, I keep forgetting which buttons do what I want it to do. Load that into my shield again. Okay, let's adjust our camera and I've done better in other tests of this, but I'll be honest, my pinky's getting tired. So let's see if we can mount. Come here.